A very good day to you and welcome to the program. I want to speak to you today about chickens. You say chickens? Yes, chickens. I'm a farmer. Have you ever seen a mother hen with a clutch of little baby chicks? It's quite something to see. She struts around. She's so proud of her little chicks. She digs up the ground. She finds seeds and worms, and then the little chicks come and eat them. And she walks around the farmyard, and she's so proud of herself. But she's very protective. And any little child will tell you, you try and go next to some of those little chicks, and the mom will come and peck you. She doesn't want you to go too near her babies. You say, what's that got to do with the gospel? Everything. Everything. Because Jesus spoke about this very thing. Matthew chapter 23, verse 37. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the one who kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her. How often I wanted to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you are not willing. You know, if you go to Israel, you go to the old city in Jerusalem, you've got the Temple Mount, where the first temple was built by Solomon, the son of David. Then you go down into a valley, it's called the Kidron Valley, and you go up the other side to the Mount of Olives. That's the place where Jesus is coming back. And halfway up that mountain, there's a little chapel, and it's the beautiful little church, and if you go in there, there are pictures of chickens and little chicks. A mother chicken with her chicks. Why? Well, you sit in those little pews and you look out of a big window, and you look straight across the valley and you look into the old city. And there on the top of the mountain, Mount Zion, is the Temple Mount. And I want to say to you today that they say that is where Jesus sat and he wept over Jerusalem. Now, I would like to say Jerusalem is you and me. That's right, he's weeping for the people. Jerusalem, Jerusalem. He says, how often I want to gather you and like little children. I want to gather you like a mother hen gathers her chicks, but you won't allow me to. You and I need to start to allow the Lord to protect us. We need to stop and listen, and he will show us where the food is. He will show us where to go. He will protect us from the evil one, and we will be secure. But many of us are not interested. We say we love God, but we're doing our own thing. We've got to start allowing the Lord to protect us. Okay, I want to tell you a little story, a true story, that happened not so far from here. About an hour's drive west of this farm, Shalom, is the mighty Drakensberg Mountains. That is the border of Lesotho from South Africa. And I've been up there many times. As a young man, I would go up there and fast and pray. I've taken groups of men up there to wait upon the Lord. It's an awesome place. But on those big slopes, there are grassy fields that just go for hundreds of kilometers. And sometimes on a windy day in the winter, when all the grass is dry, it's been burnt by the frost, a fire starts. And that fire is treacherous. It just burns everything on that mountainside so that it's just black cinders. Now, they'd had a fire like that this one time, and the game rangers were checking out the side of the mountain when one of the rangers saw the remains of a partridge. You know, that ground fowl. But the partridge was lying. It had been caught by the fire. It was lying with its wings wide open. And he stepped down and he picked up that carcass, and underneath there was a whole group of little chicks. The mother had protected her chicks from the fire. Jesus wants to protect you. Please allow him to. Goodbye.